Hey guys, Mindset Coach Justin Malama here. Thank you so much for joining us again for episode 3. This episode is called Course Correct. Now, before we get started, please subscribe if you haven't already to make sure you get those notifications of new episodes. And go ahead and, as before, go ahead and do your blowout session. I'll be here when you get back. All right, now that you have done your blowout session and your mind is a little bit clearer and you're ready to focus, let's get things done. Now, I had someone reach out to me and say that my workbook is very basic and a first grader could do it. Well, of course. I'm not making things more complicated for you. And here's the thing, is in order to develop positive habits, you must repeat them over and over and over until they become second nature. All right? I made the workbook extremely simple so that you could focus on the goal, not doing the workbook. I don't care about the workbook. I care about you focusing on a goal and creating an action plan. That is what course correcting is. Because you cannot stop and start over. You can't erase the relationship and hit the rewind button. It's not an old VHS tape that you can re-record stuff. Okay? So, look, even myself, I have a coach. I have a spiritual coach. His name is Dr. Timothy Williams. Him and I collaborate on a multitude of things. Matter of fact, he's going to be in a couple of upcoming podcasts. But, you know, him and I agree that there's a thing called course correct, where you cannot stop. So I'm going to read the definition of course correct for you. It means to correct something along the way, contrary to stopping, to make something work better. Okay? Sometimes you cannot stop. Okay? You get a divorce. You can't quit your job, move out of your house, shut your phone off, trade in your car, and try to get a new job, new car, new house. No, you're going to have to move forward day by day. You cannot just stop everything, throw it all in the garbage, and expect to keep moving forward. Okay? You understand that when this tragedy or whatever you're dealing with is happening, it's a process that you realize that improvements are needed. Okay? And you have to make these improvements while in the process without restarting everything. You have to move on. God forbid someone in your family dies. Great-great-great-grandma Phil dies. Phyllis. Great-grandma Phyllis dies, okay? You can't quit your job and go into hiding for 6 months. You just can't. You can grieve, but you can move forward. And you have to correct that course. You have to get past that grief. You have to move forward while going on day to day. That is what this coaching is for. You are going to continue with your life because you cannot restart. You cannot get those 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years back. You need to get your mind right here from day one. This is technically day 3. This is where you realize that you need to make improvements while moving forward. This is where this gets tricky. This is a drawn out process. This is not going to happen overnight. Okay? The workbook is designed to be simple. It is basic. You take that workbook and you create the template and you modify the workbook to work best for you. You create your course. You change your course. You correct it. Because no one else is going to do it for you. I am here to guide you. You know why? Because you have all the answers. You don't need me to tell you what to do. You know what to do. You're just so confused right now because you let someone else tell you what to do for so long that you forgot how to do it yourself. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to break this cycle. We're going to break these chains. We're going to break this habit. And we're going to get you back to where you used to be, up here, where you don't have to rely on someone else's opinion. Welcome to being out of a narcissistic relationship. I want you to take the time, slow down, replay these episodes as you need, but remember that when you're doing a course correct, with what we're doing, this is what this is. You have to do it as it's happening. You cannot stop and start over. Yes, things hurt. Yes, you have heartache, but you have to clear your head and you have to keep moving forward for all the relationships that are personal and professional, especially if you have kids. Thank you very much for watching this episode. We'll be right back with episode 4. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.